Hello, peoples.
Hi.
We are at the State Library of New South Wales. We just came from a great event this morning
Yes.
about branding. It was a branding and community building masterclass featuring Matthew Bremer, who's the co-founder of General Assembly and Daybreaker, which is a dance morning ritual event that's happening all around the world right now, and
Also the fun.
also a new project he's working on called The Fun.
And here's our great cousin.
Here's our cousin and wonderful guest, Stella.
People who want Daybreaker here, can you please add me or like leave your email, please. I'm gonna
Why?
try and make it happen because I'm gonna bring it to Sydney. So I need 2,500 emails or sign-ups, right? So I will create tonight. I'm gonna find 25 secret agents.
Okay, if you want to be an agent,
Yeah, if you want to be a secret agent, if
Get
you
in
love
contact with Stella.
wellness, dancing, yoga, non-alcohol,
Drug-free
Please get in
events. There you
Yeah.
go.
exactly.
And community and excitement, then contact Stella. So one thing from each of us, what did you learn from the event this morning from Matthew? Stella.
me first. So I learned, well, there's so many gems, but knowing your values and the tribe. And that experience happened to me last week where I was in a work environment where, because when you go for a job, it's either culture, career, or cash. And culture is very important for me, and I realised that the company was great, the people were lovely, but it didn't meet my values. So I really value camaraderie and honesty, and those weren't met. So yeah, it wasn't right for me, but not to say that they're a bad company or anything, but yeah, knowing your values and that's being authentic to your values is how you build authenticity, trust, and a good community where you're surrounded by like-minded people.
Like valued people.
Like
Valued
value.
people.
That's important.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stella. Cindy, what's your takeaway?
Oh, I took away so many, didn't I? At the moment, I can't really articulate it into words. Can you?
What about the
She had a
presentation?
food coma.
Okay, well there you go. What
Can
about,
you go?
now, what about the presentation with the presenter? What did you like
Oh.
about his story?
Oh, here's a great story. He's a great presenter.
Well, what made him a great presenter for you?
Well, he actually explains and pulls apart all the his theories and his what's his 15 steps or what do they call it?
Yeah, sort of 15 lessons
Lessons
from building
and he,
multiple
He
businesses.
actually breaks it down, give examples, and also elaborate a bit further on that to make sure that you totally understand what that means to him, and that resonates with you as well.
So to add to that, he's a very good storyteller. So he told a lot of
Definitely.
stories about specific things that happened in General Assembly, in Daybreaker,
He
with the
separates
fund.
them as well.
Yeah, and then
so
he-
he separates them very clearly.
Yeah. So
Very engaging.
yeah. Right.
Like, yeah.
What made him engaging for you?
I think he was really what made he was really authentic and he was to the point, and not he's so humble. It's not he really adds value to he really understands giving us real experience, real advice from his failings or his learnings and putting them in how it worked in the company and how he used those lessons to help him build GA and the Daybreaker.
Can you remember a specific story that he shared or an example of that, what he's saying?
Hang on a second. It was the community that when he first started GA, and they were a co-work space, but then he found that it was working, but then they cut that out to focus on building that one thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
focus.
Focus, and because even though the co-work space is generating money, but they chose to cut out to focus on what their members were really wanting,
Yes.
their tribe were really wanting, and so the biggest gem was create something that people love,
Ooh.
and
It's true.
the NPS, which is I can't remember
That's basically it's a system for tracking how people
Net-
feel about. It's a net promoter score.
Yeah.
It's how
Yeah,
people
that's it.
feel about what you're doing. So they give you a rating from 1 to 10, basically, and 10 being fantastic, amazing, love it. 1 being it's shit, don't like it, whatever.
And that's what you're aiming for. And so you're
Eight
getting
and
like the
nine.
3 to 7, then that's just a good product. But you want to be like exceptional and I love how he talks about like the experience, like and just like pushing people a bit outside the comfort zone, but bringing them home.
Love
and
that.
to create that
Transformation.
transformative experience. Yeah.
He didn't say it that way, that's Stella's way of saying it, but completely agree, and I've experienced that when I've run sort of workshops, sort of personal transformation workshops, and even in marketing, where it's more about when you can share, it's less about what they're doing and teaching people how to do stuff, and it's more about the lesson they get from understanding who they are and who they become once they learn something, right? So one of the secrets for what I got out of it was why General Assembly worked was because they looked at future trends and they looked at, okay, this is the things that are happening in the market, technology, everyone's getting on the computers, you're going to need developers and coders and UX designers. And then they went to the market and they went to, so he shared a story of how they were testing, they got real professors from universities to come and teach the classes about future trends, and then they also, what they call a split test, they also got practitioners who are in the industry to come and share practical steps of how to do specific things like UX design. And then they found very quickly that the students who were coming after work, because a lot of them already had jobs or whatever, and they didn't want to go to the lecturers because they didn't want theoretical stuff. They wanted real stuff that they could apply, skills they could learn, and basically that became the unique differentiator for GA, because they kind of promise but don't promise that by the end of doing one 12-week course, you're actually ready to go and get a job in industry, and they're very proud of having a 99 or 98% success rate.
99%.
Yeah, of placing students into jobs after they finish their courses. How many universities can actually claim that a high percentage of their students actually get jobs after they graduate?
It makes me want to be a coder.
There you go. There you go.
go.
For me, it doesn't make me want to be that. It makes me want to be the person like him who actually sees the trends and then builds an environment for people that can help them understand the trends, right? And that's what the community builder does. So.
And I love how, because he comes from a sociology background, it's all about the human experience rather than because I think now technology, I think it's changing the way because now people they have take people in the kind of forefront where everything's about a number and how to like he said, screen time. But that's really kind of scary.
From the one who's always looking at her phone.
Yes, and that one. These two.
They've done a study recently, and they found that extroverts were becoming more introverts, and introverts were becoming more
That's
extroverts.
true. I'm a real introvert.
Okay,
So now you're an
so
extrovert.
now we just have to take our clothes off and back to being an extrovert.
Yeah, there you go. That's why you want to get a Daybreaker and sign up to Stella's list.
Yes,
So
I'm losing
don't
my
break
shit.
up.
Sign up.
Yeah.
All right, well, let us know what your takeaway was from this video and any tips you have about growing a community or branding, and let us know in the comments. See you guys real soon. Thank you, Stella, for joining us today.